Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. Today we're going to do a Let's Play Driftwood in VR using UUVR, the Universal Unity VR Injector by Raicuparta. Driftwood is in early access, but so expect some changes and updates, and all I can say that currently it does work with UUVR. It works right out of the box. I didn't have to do any edits or anything at all. I am using an Xbox One controller. It can be a little tricky navigating the menus because the menus don't render in VR. So what I do is I have, basically I can see past my Quest 3 headset through the nose. And so I can see the desktop view. But obviously you can see what I'm seeing right now, which is the map. And you can drive around, and that's how you choose the levels. I'm not a big fan of this UI selection method, but it works in VR, so I'm not going to complain. So let's go ahead and let's do Vineyard Hills. So that's what we're going to race. And you can see the game is totally playable in VR. And as you can see, I'm playing it right now in VR, in fact. There are some things to know, obviously. I strongly recommend doing the tutorial if you haven't done it. There are some challenges to this game. But, you know, it's still a pretty casual game. Woo! I'm probably going to crash right now. Yeah, I saw that coming. And it does like fade out like that when you're, well, when you're playing horribly like I was. That was my fault. There's things you can do obviously to navigate through the difficulty. One of the things is to do this little pose, which slows you down, and this one speeds you up. And then you can obviously do right trigger or left trigger. There are, oh, I don't know that there's a first-person mode. At least I haven't seen how to do it. I'm still relatively new to this game, so I don't know all the tricks of the trade, as they say. But definitely, I don't think there is first-person mode, or if there is, I don't know how to do it. I did do the tutorial and didn't show anything about first-person mode, so I assume there is none, but can't say with confidence that that's the case. But obviously first person view would be ideal for this in VR, but even in third person it works perfectly fine for me. And you know, it's very exciting longboarding along the highways and going past cars and trying to do some tricks as well, which are possible. But I'm still relatively new to the game, so I'm probably not going to do anything too crazy. But definitely, I think this works in VR, regardless of third person or first person. But obviously, if you were doing an official VR port, you'd probably want to do it in first person. And you know what? I think this would be great for VR. I think, even though I'm on PC VR, using an RTX 3080, I am getting variable frame rates. Usually I'm getting 60 frames per second, though. But they are variable anywhere from like 45 to 90 frames per second, but usually at 60, so it's pretty good, actually, in my opinion. There we go, we did this level. It wasn't too difficult. There's obviously different trails that you can try. For right now, we cannot see the menu, so the thing right now is I'm looking at the desktop with looking through the slit in my Quest 3, so I'm able to see the menu, and I'm able to just get past it. And as you can see now, we're right now we can't really see because I'm seeing the menu in VR, but you're not really seeing much. Let's go ahead and let's do Autumn Rush. So I selected it straight from the menu. Like I said, I could see it in VR. I'm sorry, I could see it in the desktop view, but you can't see it rendered in the VR headset. So there are some UI and menu elements that are not rendering. in VR, but others do. And again, this is early days for UUVR, so that sort of thing is to be expected. But if we're asking, is this playable in VR? My answer would be yes. It's totally playable. But if you can see the desktop view from your headset, then you're golden. I think the game looks great in VR. I really do. It does seem like maybe the scale is not exactly right. Like the scale's probably a little too big, but you know that can be adjusted. I know that UUVR has ways to change the world scale and make it seem a little bit more realistic. And as you see, that one was a relatively simple one. And let's see what I did. Okay. So let's go to the map and let's drive to another location. Now it is kind of difficult to navigate with this van, but I think I've gotten used to it. You just got to go slow and steady though. There we go. And we're going to a new map that we haven't done before. The snowy mountains. Ooh, this is like a sledding. But I don't think it really changes the core concepts of this game. Oh, 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 whoa, whoa, whoa. You gotta be kidding me. I said this wasn't gonna change the game. No, it definitely changes the game a lot. It definitely requires more skill than I have, probably. Whoa. But that is exciting. Even in third person, you wouldn't think so, but it is. It's very exciting. Even in third person. Ah. Oh my gosh, that is very exciting. This game definitely needs an official VR port, man, because I would pay for a first-person view with VR track motions to make these moves. Like I said, I'm playing on an Xbox One controller, and you can make this pose in VR. Like this pose, you can totally make this pose in VR, right? The T-pose in VR, very easy to make. And then you can also make this pose in VR, like no problem. And even the turning poses, I think you can make in VR. So I think this game would be perfect in VR with a first-person mode. And you can make all those poses like realistic looking in VR. Do we just go straight ahead? Yeah, we just go straight ahead. Oh my god, that was the most fun map I've played so far. But we're still, like I said, this is still very early on in the game. And what do we want to do? Do we just want to go to the map? I guess we'll just go to the map. I don't know if we want to do another one. Map. Let's go to the map. Let's do one more. We're gonna do one last one, and then we'll call it quits. But I strongly recommend Driftwood. You can play it in VR using UUVR. I'll put more details in the video description. I already forgot whether I use Mono Legacy or Mono Modern for the VR. But it doesn't matter. I'll put the information. Oh, this one's locked. We still gotta hit what? Milestone 1. Oh man, we still got more. All right. Well, maybe we'll end the video here. No, you know what? Let's just go back. Okay. So let's do one more. Let's do the abandoned bobsled track. Yeah, let's do that one. So we're gonna do that one. We're just gonna go to it. Okay. Oh, by the way, let me get out of here. Let me customize. So we can customize our little guy. Let's see what we can do. Nothing. Helmet, cat ears, red beanie. Let's do the helmet. Let's yellow t-shirt. Let's do yellow t-shirt. If there's one thing I wish that was easier to get more clothing and stuff. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we're just gonna accept that, and we're gonna do the abandoned track. This is gonna be the last thing we do, but I've been having fun playing this game. I think it's tailor-made for VR. I think developers sometimes are scared to make games like this in VR because they think, oh, people are gonna get motion sickness, and honestly, I think a lot of people would, because, like I said, I'm getting frame rates at, well, it's been pretty steady, 60 frames per second for the most part. But I know some people would get motion sick with that kind of frame rate. So the target would be 120 frames per second if you want to eliminate motion sickness, according to the studies that have been done on the subject. By the way, it's my Xbox One controller that's doing that little laser pointer at the bottom. If you see, oh, whoa! So we're gonna get on this little. So I don't know which way. So the only problem I have with this game so far is that I think we're okay. I think we're going the wrong direction. It's this direction. No, maybe it's the other direction. Which direction do you want me to go? Nope, it's the other direction. Yeah, it's this direction. It can be a little difficult to tell sometimes which direction. Nope. Let's restart. Are we not supposed to go this way? Let's restart somewhere. Okay. Let's restart. We somehow got into a dead zone somehow. Again, this game is in early access, so keep that in mind. But we definitely took a wrong turn somewhere. All right, here we go. Woo! Oh, that was awesome. Regardless, that was awesome. Well, we had one awesome jump, but we didn't quite nail the landing, so. But that's all right. And we're done with the map. Here we go. We're at the end. Yeah, that was my lack of skill there. Sorry, guys.
I feel like I've been faking. I feel like I've been faking.
Okay. So, yeah, I do recommend this game. It's a lot of fun. It's rated very positively on Steam. And like I said, it's early access. So the problem with buying a game in early access is that the developer might update the game and break the VR mod. So that's always a possibility, so beware. All I can say is that for right now, this VR mod works, and it's a lot of fun. And I hope the developer considers making an official VR port, because this game would be bussin' in VR. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.